to start recording here. Hey, Typhoon Sky Shaper. A 4/5 with Mobilize and Flight that when you deploy this, you can put one exhausted troop you control into your hand. This card's a bomb, and Sapphire seems much better in this limited format. Other cards in this pack that are like kind of interest. I think Conceal might be playable. It gives a troop +1 power and unblockable permanently. Vanquish, I think, is playable removal. Coins, love me some coins. I'm just going to take the Flying Bomb, though. That's like also removal protection. I think this card might be constructed playable, even. I'm going to go ahead and pivot my overlay here to the draft overlay real quick before I forget. Alright, in our second pack here, we've been passed a Scars of War, which is a 3-cost rare. Deals damage each champion and troop. Damaged troops get this, cannot be healed this turn. I don't think that's particularly good in Limited. We finished 2-1. There's this Cloud Bounder here, which is a 3/3 with Mobilize and Flight. Again, Mobilize means you can exhaust an unexhausted troop you control to reduce its cost by 2. I think I actually just want to go into Diamond Sapphire Flyers, though. This Storm Rider has just been a card that's like really impressed me over and over again, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick that up. It's like 2 reasonable Flyers, pick 1, pick 2. Yeah, Windrake with upside seems great. And this upside is very, very good. Subtly powerful is how I would describe it. It's like a lot of utility and a lot of different board states and positions for reverting something. Jorgen's Workshop. At the start of your turn, summon a Dreadling for each underworld race among troops you control. Well, that's not something we're very interested in. Windborn Ascension, Conscriptor Heart with cost 3. It gets Flight. Shackling Strands. Target troop gets the start of each combat phase. Exhaust this. That seems plenty playable. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab the Shackling Strands here. Hi, Joey. The puppy is not going to bother you, okay? Yeah, Strands is good. It can be used offensively and defensively. Something worth noting is that Storm Rider can undo Shackling Strands, which isn't unreasonable. What were you? Your brother will be super excited to wake up and find JoJo's here. Huh. So this pack, what does this do? When this attacks, another target troop control gets unblockable this turn. 6s are a little bit slow. The Royal Harbor, I don't think this card's particularly good. Honestly, I think I want to just take the coins out of this pack. I love me some utility shards, like ready a troop you control. Like, this triggers Diligence for us at random times in our opponent's turn. It also just, like, lets us have a surprise blocker. So yeah, I'm going to grab the coins here. Did you draft it all last night? Oh, okay. Fair. I'm 2-1 in the first 2 I've done so far. I drafted Ruby Diamond my first 2 drafts, believe it or not.
I think I made a few that.
Alright, what do we got here? Moonglow Hunter, Deathcry, Conscript, and Ardent Troop with cost 4. It's like not completely unreasonable. There's no Shackling Strands in here though. Yeah, I'm gonna grab another Strands, I think. I'm just gonna do that. Just like reasonable removal.
Well, this is my foot now. What about this one? Are these my feet? That's mine now?
Oh, is Uncle Mike a monster trying to steal your feet? So we're not married to the diamond cards just yet, but let's see. Is Dingle? What do we think about Dingle? That's got to be limited playable, right?
Yeah, that's probably fine.
Like,
Blue Soul is playable in 4 sets.
it like trades up a lot of the time.
It's kind of a 2-drop because they're pretty much always gonna like.
If they don't have a 2-drop on 2, like we're excited, or like a 3-drop on 3.
2-drop on 2, at least you gotta pick one. Just a simple fact.
Internet glossary for terminologies and CCGs. Dingle forever. Yeah, so this card is a 2-cost quick action that transforms target troop on the chain into a Dingler, which is just a 0/1. I feel like this card's going to be reasonable. Well, it's 11:30. After Dad finishes this draft, the draft portion, we will make some lunch for Jacob. All right, yep, and this firmly marries us into Diamond, I think, here. Just, like, grab another Storm Rider here. This card's been really impressive for me. Drafting Ruby's kind of sweet because you don't just get hard cut in this format because it's not just, like, doesn't seem like it's too oppressive. Which is awesome because then when your set 5 packs come around, you just get, like, a bunch of busted Ruby cards because not everyone's in it. Hi, puppy.
What's that one part of this?
Malevolent Malcontentions or whatever it's called. Magnetized. Target opposing troop gets -2 power for each artifact in your grip. That's mostly unplayable. Battle Scrivener, Diligence, gain 3 health. I think the Scrivener's, like, playable in the right deck. I'm gonna pick that up. It's like a 1/4 that plays defense, and, like, even when it's attacking, it's gaining you some life for the long term. So that seems reasonable. Machinations, yeah. Card seems D plus maybe. While Dingle is playable, I'm not sure Verdict of the Ancient Kings is, and there's a coins in this pack, so just like 10 out of 10 taking the coins. When the pick is close between coins and something else, hedge and take coins. What? Yep. Yep. We got lucky in our last draft. We passed coins. We were kind of hurting for like quality playables, and then they wheeled. Like 2 of the 3 coins we passed wheeled. What does? When you gain a charge, target opposing troop gets -2 power. That doesn't seem particularly good. Sapphire's Favor, gain 2 charges, stun each opposing troop, or interrupt all basic. I'm going to take the Sapphire's Favor. I'm not sure if this card is playable in any format, but, like, it's flexible. Like, its favors are really bad at several things, so we'll see. That's the deal 3. Yeah, that card's great. Like, a scrounge is to deal 6. Yeah, card's excellent. Nothing on Threshold in here. I'm just going to go ahead and take the Zap since it's removal. Cut someone off of that. We got like 8 playables out of this pack, which is fine. Even if we don't see any more playables, like we're well on track to hit our 22. I've also come to the conclusion that you should never play less than 18 shards in this game. Especially with the coins. Like there's no way I could even see myself playing like some 19 shard decks, honestly. 19 resource decks. If I'm in, what's his name? Sejas. There's probably some 19 shard Sejas decks in this game, this format for sure. Royal Helper, we might play. Actually, this 5/5 is kind of sweet. Let's try that. We may or may not play that. We've got like 8 playables out of this pack, so if we end up hurting in the other ones, we first picked a Sky Shaper. The 4/5 flying quick guy with Mobilize that bounces a guy. I think there's a deck with him and the new Aborian in constructed somewhere. They're both quick. Because we've got, they're both decent with the Nye as well. Friar Tusk. I don't know if this card is reasonable, but against a really aggressive deck, we might board it in. So I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. I'm going to cut someone else from these coins. There's no way I'm passing a coins here. Someone's going to want these at some point. And off shard coins, snap take. Would you like some cashews? You ate these like one day and then you've refused them every day since. The cashews are a trap, Dad. I never understand why does this card exist in cards like it? Like, this isn't limited playable, so like, what's the point? It's a 3/6 for 5. Avatar of course. I mean, I'm greedy. I need to collect all my money. I can't be greedy without my money. This card just is like worth infinite dollars and we'll just splash it. So 10 out of 10 taking the Soul Curse. Let's just pull him on up here. So 5/5 flight on deploy. Each opposing troop gets Soul Cursed. What Soul Curse you ask? Soul Curse says whenever an opposing troop with Soul Curse dies, its controller sacrifices each other troop they control with Soul Curse. Well, that's a bit of a bug. There's markup text in the description here. Bracket B, close bracket, bracket /B bracket. Alright, someone's fired. I mean, someone will go report that to Hex. 10 out of 10 splashing the dragon. 10 out of 10 playing the dragon in most constructed formats moving forward. You want to do a couple picks for me really quick so I can go get him something to eat? Alright, I'm tapping in my backup so I can go feed Jacob mid-draft. He needs a hand with something. Be nice to Klutz. He's smarter than me anyways.
What's up, fam?
Alright, Joe.
What we got here? Sweep away good. Mystic Naturalist actually seems pretty solid in stack, although it's a 4-drop. Our curve's actually somewhat high. I've had good luck with Skinner and Cultivator. That card's been pretty good. What else do we have? I wasn't even paying attention to the draft, so I don't even know what we have so far. So, I feel like with like the skies theme we got going on here, that this card looks good, and it just kind of looks pretty solid though. Sweep away, I like sweep away, but the advantage, like this card's got flight, so it's really easy to trigger diligence, and like that's getting a 2-drop flight, 2/2 flight every turn seems pretty solid. Yeah, Naturalist looks very strong. I was just kind of hesitant looking to pick it just given our curve, because like our 2-drop slot is missing things with power and toughness, and then we already have console is pretty nice. This card's been kind of a beating every time I've played against it, especially I think Jeff said he was planning on playing 18 charge in this deck, so the gain charge trigger's much more relevant. We don't have a lot of troops, so Consult the Talon's kind of tough to use. What do you guys think? Is it Web Scribe or Consult the Talon? Talon is obviously obviously like the deeper pick, given the fact that we have like 2 troops so far. But I don't know if I want to pick if it's Web Scribe or Consult the Talon, because you have like no troops. Web Scribe's pretty solid though. Gain a charge, troop gets -2 power till the start of your next turn. And you have no other 2-drops. That's the only reason I'm considering it over Talon.
Take the Talon, come on now, we'll get 2 drops. We'll get creatures.
Oh, is this oh yeah, you can pick Ada, can't you? Or can you?
Yeah, we could 10 on a 10.
Oh yeah, we're totally adding. Never mind, Talon's best.
That seems great.
Yeah. I forgot that Ada was.
Wait, was there a Chastise that you didn't pick up?
Chastise?
Yeah.
I don't think so. The only pick that I had when you were gone was the 4-draw.
Look, Ada makes everything better.
Yeah.
And actually, that makes this probably a good pickup, right?
Probably.
And like, if we find some more of them, it's just like all upside.
Yeah.
That seems great. So this is a 3/2 with flight and defensive. And then if you have another Watchkeeper, it can attack as though it didn't have defensive, or if you have a Talon Keep Hunter.
No, I think like I said no troops in the context of mobilize.
Wow, that's awesome.
If you're tapping 4 drops for mobilize, you're not doing it wrong. You're not doing it right.
Sure. And honestly, this with the splash, this might be one of the 19 shard decks I was talking about.
Yeah, because you got 2 coins anyways. So
Correct. Yep. Yep.
And you like, given your curve so far, you can't afford to miss a drop. So.
Are we fans of Marzel? I don't know what Marzel is. Where's... And we got another Dingle here. I probably just want like all the Shackling Strands I can get my hands on. It's like exhausted troop at the start of each combat phase. Yes, please. What's 665 meaning? 665 means that you draft 2. There you go. 2 packs of set 6 and 1 pack of set 5. It's gonna take me a while to learn the new champion names. Yep. Anytime. Ever have a question, feel free to ask. Yeah, the new champ with Arena Regular seems very good.
Oh wow. I didn't even think of
That was my second draft. We had 3 Arena Regulars in him. It was real good. The match we lost, I punted the first game and then came up a little bit short in game 3. Deck was great. What do we have going on in this pack? I think I'm actually going to take the Mooncall Ceremony here just because we are a little bit light on troops. Like, this is if we play Mooncall Ceremony on 1, we get to have a 2-drop on 2. So, yeah, I think I'm going to take that. I think this card's pretty reasonable, too. Just, like, upgrading a upgrading what's it called into something else seems a 3 into a 2 seems fine. I like that the Hex team is so good at their job that they made a dual resource and it's probably not playable. The Emperor Shrine. The Emperor Shrine. Just like we're able to balance it well enough that like this it might even be borderline unplayable. My statement stands. Yeah, this gets +1/+1 freaks, ardent race among troops you control. I guess I have humans and coyotals. So maybe this is fine. Our curve's a little high though. I think I'm gonna take the Eldritch Shriek here just to like lower our curve. I could just take another Mooncall ceremony though. Yeah, I'm gonna take the ceremony actually in case we get some more Ardent Matter stuff. Yep, super happy to grab another Storm Rider here. I've just been like singing this card's praises and talking about how good it is. $150 packs, no scapegoat. No scapegoat. I should have stopped generating packs while I was ahead. The first 2 packs I generated made a primal, so I'm just like never gonna get a ratio better than that again. Diligent, summon 2 dreadlings. That seems decent. So I've got a couple of mobilized things up here. You want to go ahead and grab that, just like a 1/4. It's not really synergistic with what we have going on, but like we may or may not play it. Didn't see anything else that pack was too exciting. I think I'm gonna bin the Sapphire's Favor Front. I'm not sure that's actually good enough to main. If we come across someone that's like particularly action heavy, we'll jump right in. Look at chat. Chat's advertising game on point. Text Primal, use the code. God bless. Sweep away. Put target trooper controller's hand. Summon a Broombot. Sweep away's got to be playable, right? First one's definitely good. Especially if we're like tempoing them in the air, just like picking their guy up while we hit them seems fine. I don't think so. Like, that card doesn't fit on curve as good as Mooncall Ceremony does. Like, Mooncall on 1 when you're generally not doing anything anyways, into, like, playing your conscripted troop on 2 is, like, super reasonable. Whereas, like, conscripting a 3-drop on turn 1 is clunky. I'm gonna grab the Web Scribe. I think Let's is right that this card is probably reasonable. We're also at like 18 playables already, and we still have a 3rd pack, so we don't even have to play this even if we pick it up necessarily. We don't think the second sweep away is playable. It's an action that's technically a troop. awkward. Yep. I think Awakened Herald is everything this deck wants and so much more. It is a 2-drop that could generate a blood threshold for a Rylith here. Would not be upset if we got another Awakened Herald in this pack. Yeah, nothing particularly good in here. I think I'm going to hide this extra sweep away for now. Oh, and we talked about just playing 19 shards in here. Yeah, that's probably still reasonable, especially if we're going to play Ada as our champion. Like, getting extra charges for her is fine. Your 5/5/5 deck is probably better. It's probably going to be pretty good against these decks in the slower format. The format seems to have slowed down a bit with this new one. Alright, back into the set 5 pack here. We have a Fiery Justicar as the rare, so definitely not interested in that. We have a Mechanized Aerialist, which is everything I want and so much more. We're not quite aggressive enough to leverage this a ton, but just like a 3/4 flight, just like seems super reasonable. Every time one of our troops attacks, it's -1 cost if it's in our hand permanently. Do you think Winter Moon will be good in this format constructed? Possibly. Depends on how good the aggressive decks are and like what tools they have. Because like losing Cluckadon is a big deal. It's a big deal. This pack doesn't have anything we're super interested in taking, and it has a Tinkertron, so I am super happy to just, like, take Fixing to make our Rylith splash super free. We've got two blood sources here. Probably gonna play one. I think we can get away with 3 sources of blood for a 5-drop. We should. What? Yeah. Pretty happy, and we have 21 playables here in the main deck. So like, if we don't get another playable in this pack, we are pretty well set. Would love to hit a Primal Prism, actually, just like give us a 4th way to splash. How many Ardent Troops do I have? Not enough. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Ardent's probably enough to support a freebooter, right? That's probably fine. We don't even have to play it necessarily. And I mean, realistically, we're probably going to see another freebooter in this pack, too. Sapphire is a lot stronger. You're not wrong. It also gives me another OK2 drop for Consult the Talents purposes later. There's still a Fireball in this pack for some reason. Yeah, Ruby's a lot worse in this format. I think I'm going to take Windrake here. I don't know that we're necessarily going to play it. Like, we've already got 3 Windrakes with upside. Maybe it's just, like, better than the Sweep Away. Could also see Battle Scrivener not being very good. Battle Agenda. Huh. Are we clunky enough that Battle Agenda is playable? Just like 4-cost Divination? We're not triggering the Underworld on it particularly often. Maybe if we get into maybe we'll just reserve this for now. If we get into a game where it feels like it's going to go long, we can bring that in. Yeah, the Outpost Diligence synergy is definitely very real. Well, we found a Hilltop Monastery. We don't have too many Diligence, though. I'm just going to take another Tinkertron, and then I might not even have to play... Nah, we can play one Blood Threshold. That's fine. Just, like, super consistent. We might also need the Tinkertron on occasion to enable the second Diamond Threshold for ourselves. Because this deck, we're going to play Ada as the champion, so we're going to need, like, Diamond, Diamond, Sapphire, Sapphire, and then a Blood as well. God, the Tinkertron, if our Thresholds are working, can even, like, give us a turn 4 Rylith. Ooh. Ooh. Yep, that seals the deal. We've got almost enough playables. I'm gonna grab this Primal Prism, and then I don't even have to play a blood shard. God, that sounds great. The freest of 5/5 flight splashes. I'm gonna go make a post on the forums about the text formatting on Rylith here. Grab a screenshot here. Yeah, the markup text is showing here. Nothing super exciting in this pack. I guess I could grab the Talonkeep Hunter. We do have a Talonkeep Watcher that maybe are playable together. do you think of this pack? Which is probably okay. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the Etherealist. I don't know that we're gonna play it. I'll hide that for now. I'm pretty sure we just want to be on 19 shards, like I mentioned earlier. Shock Duster seems fine. Card we'd board in against an aggressive deck. Alright. What's the... Nothing particularly good here. Grab a trash mute, I guess. It's like cut a card that might be pseudo-playable. Probably not adding any more playables to our deck realistically at this point. You like which, Immortal? Lookout's another card that like might be fine if our opponent is doing something particularly aggressive. Oh, the witch? Yeah, she's okay. We just don't have anything that's terribly expensive, and I guess we could use her to protect a guy from removal potentially. Yeah, I think we took the Etherealist over it or something, but yeah, I did. The Witch was definitely like a card that was like, yeah, maybe this is okay. Probably play like 9 diamond, 7 sapphire in this since we have the 2 sapphire coins, and then that puts us to 10, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4 blood for the one soul cursed. Grab the last couple dredge here, add some shards, queue up beta, jump in the queue. Right, check it, see, so 7 sapphire, 9 diamond, and a little bit of Ada. We have an email. Oh, right, we got from the last draft. Cue it. Yeah, early we took the Aerialist. There was a second wish that came around later, though. Ourselves a bit of a diamond mirror here, it looks like. This hand is great. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. We don't have to play Freebooter on 2. We can hold up Dingle, most likely. I think I want to hold the Freebooter for later. Get some value out of this. This is Ardent Allegiance. It stuns something when it comes into play if you meet Ardent Allegiance. Oh, look at that. I forgot to do the... There you go. Now you can actually see the cards in my hand again. So you can see why this hand is great. I'll remember to change overlays right away eventually. Does Ada do? Ada, for 5 charges, creates 2 phantoms. This is actually a champion that I think is very constructed playable too. Mesa Caretaker here says, when you conscript an Ardent Troop, create a Valor and put it into your hand. I think I'm just going to pass and hold up Dingle here. I just want to use my resources this turn, so like, dingling a Gust Mage isn't great, but whatever. Keeps him off a Valor and a Flight Troop. Enjoy your O1. You have a different O1, nerd. Wreck. Let's hit some resources here, ideally. Yep.
My turn 4 Emperor Shrine just gave me 2 more. This deck is gas, though. I'm just really upset that it only took me this long to break the format.
Hey, yay! 19 shard deck hit its 3rd shard drop, you know, working as intended. Let's just go ahead and play Storm Rider here. Let's get our 2/2 on.
Turn 4 kill and standard on the draw. What up, bitch?
Are you goldfishing?
No.
Playing against real people?
Yes, I told you my deck. Do I ever kid when I say I broke it?
Yeah, you usually just don't understand that you didn't. I think I'm calling here because if I don't call, they're going to get to advance their board state a little bit more. And, like, them using the resources on a trick this turn, I think, is fine with us. Like, we're trading 1-for-1, basically, because we're trading this for a trick, and we're buying tempo with it. Except when it's a mobilized trick. Good lord. Good lord. Nice 5-drop idiot indeed. So Artisanal Cheesesmith creates a random cheese every turn. I think we're gonna have a hard time beating that one. I guess the Soul Curse might be able to pull it out, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh no, Moto's bugged. My opponent's got a Diamond Cheesesmith. Hex, you're great. So, what the conscript mechanic does, my opponent played this. Conscript creates a troop and puts it into your hand, and then its threshold becomes equal to the threshold of the cards that created it. So, Mooncall Ceremony created Artisanal Cheesesmith, so it became a 1-diamond threshold card. I need to get more RAM for my computer. I'm at 12 gigs right now. I have 16. Doug has two extra 4 gig sticks he said I could give me. I need to go over there and get them.
My turn 4 was just my crewmates did 2 damage and made 4 dreadlings each on turn 4 for 0.
Becomes Valorous, you draw a card. Yep.
That with the guy that gives you a dreadling for each
Okay.
underworld. So you can
Let's ceremony and see if we're as fortunate as... I guess Cheesmith isn't good for us. They just happen to be in wild too. Okay, so we got a Smite Bringer. Yeah, I think I'm just playing the Storm Rider here and then passing the turn. And my opponent's turn, we can use this Tinkertron to make a Blood Threshold for ourselves, and then our turn, we can exhaust it to make a temporary resource. Probably going to be an attack with this. I might attack with both of these, honestly. Wow, just everything's coming in. Alright, yeah, I guess I'll eat this and take 5. We have another trick here. Look, dude, I called last time. Why wouldn't I call this time? Yep. Alright, well, we've successfully gone wide in the air here. Make some phantoms, play the Soul Cursed out. All of my opponent's troops are Soul Cursed now, so if any of them die, their entire board will die. Can't be blocked by troops with power less than 1, so next turn if I attack with all of these, this will be can't be blocked by troops with power less than 4. Wouldn't be too surprised if I see them chant Power Lockdown Rylance this turn. So opponent's got like 3 pieces of cheese in their hand. Maybe if we're lucky we'll be able to pressure in the air. The dragon has been brought to justice. Okay, we're gonna attack with these 2 then for 5, I assume. Yeah. Charge here. Take our 5. Start on ceremony, see what we get. Empower, okay, could be a 6/4. Yep, let's attack with these 2 phantoms, and then, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and empower that, I think. So, empower doubles the number, so instead of being a 2-cost 3/2, this will turn into a 6-cost 6/4, or a 4-cost 6/4. Go ahead and play that out there. Hey, they fixed the audio bug. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. And then maybe between this holding the ground and the freebooter, the Smite Bringer and the Phantoms can like push my opponent out of the game. So probably crack with the Phantoms again next turn. Bring the Smite Bringers, Assault trigger up to 5, so we'll be able to be blocked by except by troops with power 5 or more. And we got like 6 pseudo unblockable power. I guess they can't chump block this, can they? Because if they chump this, all of their guys die? Huh. It's pretty reasonable. Opponent in the tank here, trying to figure out what their line is exactly. We are at 10, so we do have to, like, kind of be careful with how aggressive we are, but at the same time we got, like, this freebooter and this Smitebringer. Freebooter can stun something when it comes into play. Correct, yeah, the dragon's presence is definitely felt on this board. 10 out of 10. Can't attack with anything, right? Unless you have a trick. Alright, Soul Curse means they all die. What do you got? Loving this game. Yeah, game's a lot of fun. Yeah, and keep in mind, asking for advice on building for what you have is good, but you're not all of the PvE guys. Think of some of them as like challenges. You're not supposed to be able to beat all of them with just like the stock default cards. I'm gonna go ahead and stun this guy. And then we'll hit them for 4 and then play the Smitebringer. Got a lot of cards in hand, most of which are cheese though, so we've got that going for us. I'll play the Pyromorphism out for just a charge. No, he Kraken barreled cheddared his first Cheesemith back to his hand, which is bound to happen when he generates that much. He's at a pretty healthy 19 here. Dragon Valley Breed doesn't give him even more life. Need some Valor. Need something, right?
In case you're wondering, Jake does not appreciate it when he's riding the bike and you pick up the bike. Does not appreciate it at all.
Put a non-action card. They get the 1-drop back to their hand? That doesn't seem particularly good. This is Soul Curse. That means if I kill that, this dies. Huh. Alright, sure. Huh. Yeah, I'm just going to attack with everything here, obviously. Sitting for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're going to 9. What do we think? Should we shackling strands this 2-3 so I can't attack? Or should we, like, wait and see? Because if he attacks with it, he might play something bigger. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pass here, actually. Because, like, if he plays something that could possibly block the Swipebringer, if he plays something that could possibly block the Swipebringer, I think I want to wait for... I want to wait and shackling strands that. We're not anywhere near taking lethal here. Boop. Bobo. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see what the toddler needs while my opponent's in the take here. Alright, yeah, that seems fine. Whoa, that's aggressive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they're dead to removal here, which we have. Glad we waited to play this. Hit you for 10. Exactsies. Alright, so the Soul Dragon was able to pull it out, believe it or not. Whew. Dragon greater than Cheese Smythe, it appears. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna run it back. I guess. This interrupts basic actions only. Yeah. I'm just gonna hit save and run it back. Oh, we're waiting for our opponent here. I would just like to take a moment to say good morning, afternoon, good night to everyone wherever you're out in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your day here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. Welcome to my Twitch channel. I'm a professional TCG player / content producer, and here we play all sorts of card games, digital and otherwise. We play Pokemon, we play Hex, we play Magic. So if you're enjoying what you see in front of you and you're new, I encourage you to show a little bit of support by using that follow button there on the screen. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my content. If you're really enjoying what you see and you want to step up that support a little bit, you can do so by subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. Both of those support myself monetarily so I can spend more time producing content for all of y'all. Another great way you could support the stream is by supporting our sponsors. There's this Hex Primal code here above my head. Hex Primal buys and sells Hex TCG singles, so they would love for you to buy cards from them. And if you do so with the code Jeff5, not only will you save 5% on your order, but you also help support the stream a bit with your order. If you want to see more content from myself, you can check out my YouTube archives, which are linked to the stream information below. On mobile, you just tap the screen and then hit the little I button, and find lots of good stuff on there. How greedy is it to cycle the coin here? That's the... As my portrait says, Avatar of Greed, I ask myself the question, how greedy is it to cycle the coin here? I probably just want to curve all the way out, right? Yeah, okay, let's be conservative and play the coin. Let's just play the coin. It's fine. We put him in here to play his resources early. can't cycle it without a target. Oh. Huh. At the end of your turn, you may put target troop. Man, he's just 2 for 2 on generating bomb rares on his conscripts. Good lord. It's a good thing our deck's busto, huh? No, I think you're right. It doesn't say up to, right? It says ready 1 target troop. If it says up to, you don't need a target. Otherwise, you definitely do. Just take our lick for 3 here. Yeah, cycling a coin, gain 2 life, draw a card. Man, we're about to add a lot of power to the table very quickly here. So we're going to go ahead and play this shard and then play the Mystic Naturalist. And then we'll gain a charge with Tinkertron and activate our champion power here a turn early. And then on our following turn, we can use the Typhoon Skyshaper to trigger, to exhaust this, so we get our Mobilize in. I'm just gonna suddenly have like a ton of flying power. This has flight too? Holy crap. This card's insane. I don't know what keyword I read when I looked at that, but I definitely didn't realize that was flying. I am dumb, you're not wrong. Good lord, that card. This card's really good. 2/4 flight, diligence, summon a Mystic Bluebird. So if they can't deal with your first flyer, you get more and more and more and more and more flyers. Okay. Yep. Sign me up. In 10 out of 10, not blocking anything you attack with this turn, because I'm pretty sure you just can't win this race. Oh, geez. And we get to play a shard, and then diligence is a keyword that says when this readies, you do something. So every time this readies and unexhausts, we get to get a 2/2 flyer. Oh no! Oh no, they made this not be able to attack or block. However, will I trigger diligence next turn with it? Ooh, with a Skyshaper, you ask? No one asked that. Why are you such a killjoy? Alright, we'll take our 5 here. Mooncall Ceremony of our own here. Dream Guide. That's not particularly good. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and pass the turn here. Attack with these. Yeah, I'm just gonna start pressuring. I'm aware that this card is quick. This card is very good. This card is likely constructed playable. Please attack me. Please attack me. I would like to mobilize this one, please. I don't think I want to return any of my exhausted troops to my hand. How are we blocking here? I feel like this is going here. If I put this here, do I get blown out by anything? I feel like I don't. Let's find out. Because there's the +3/+3 at ready your troop combat trick. I'm immune to that. I feel like they need double trick to kill the Sky Shaper here, but I could be wrong. We'll use this to get a blood threshold. Man, I'm streaming and, like, reading chat and, like, playing on Facebook and Twitter, and we still have 10 more minutes on our clock than my opponent right now. Blindside, sure. So these two are just going to bounce, though, right? If they have another trick, they can kill this. But, like, then they're spending 2 tricks to kill the Shaper, and I think I'm okay with that. Man, imagine if he mobilizes this to conscript again next turn. That would be pretty sick. And, like, he could have a second trick here. I've still got more than enough things, I think, to be okay here. Like, this is going to trigger Diligence and get a Mystic Bluebird next turn. So we're probably okay in the air. We're, like, taking 3 down to 12, and I get to go kind of wide here. Chimera Strike. Okay, I don't think that card's particularly playable, but happy to get it out of the way there. Yeah, sure, man. Put that troop back into that deck. Consult the Silver Talons. Alright, so what are we doing here? We're going to go ahead and freeboot her and stun your 3/4. And then... Oh, I forgot to make a threshold. Watch us draw the dragon now. I deserve to draw the dragon now. I even talked about making a threshold too, and then I just clicked past it because I was talking about his card not being particularly playable. Yep. I can confirm, am in fact an idiot. Might not matter that I'm an idiot. It never does. If there's one thing you should learn from this stream, the takeaway is the amount of justice there is in the world is none. That's the most important takeaway here. Got that. That felt insane. Let's just put 3 things on the table and then draw a card. Finally, a bad conscript. I guess it's only conscripting 1 costs. I've got 8 flying power. When this readies, I'm going to get some more flying power. Sure. Hit me for 2 then, I guess. I feel like we're still winning this race with the amount of extra idiots I'm about to put into play. This Shackling Strands locks this Ristic guy down permanently. This card snowballs hard. Good God. Oh, I forgot to play the Scribe before I played my Shard. God, let's just remember there's no justice in the world. Just keep that in mind. Remember no justice, just like mono mistakes. Mono mistakes. Also revert. Yeah, I can revert something. Turn that back into a 1/3. I think I'm just gonna Shackling Strands the Stork. Although I guess I'm not really in danger of taking lethal. See, actually, I'm going to hold the Strands again, because if my opponent leaves back just enough guys to leave themselves dead to a piece of removal, I want to be able to kill them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 flying power here. It's also possible, like, leaving this up leaves them with enough pressure that I should have done this. And, like, I'm taking extra points of damage from other things, so I didn't use the Web Scribe. Like, I could have just, I mean, if I make this a 2/5, this is fine to leave, but the fact that I missequenced my Web Scribe into my resource probably means I should have just Shackling Strands it. I think I'm just going to be super defensive here. You got tricks, go for it, bud. Alright, what kind of tricks you got? This poor web scribe lived a sad life. Yeah, if he would have just, if his controller would have just scribed in the proper order, he would have lived. He would have just bounced here. This would have been a 2-5 into a 1-3. This poor web scribe, poor scribe indeed. The saddest of web scribes. Make a bluebird, and you make a bluebird. Everybody makes bluebirds. I'm gonna shackling strands this. I think I'm gonna leave back one phantom here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that leaves them at 6th life. I think that's fine. I think I'd rather just like hedge and leave an extra blocker back as opposed to opponent in the tank here trying to figure out what to do. Even if they manage to get out of this game, I doubt they're going to have enough time to play through the next one. Do you know what I think would be a really cool mechanic for punishing people that play slowly? You know how you have the 5-minute delay in between actions that you have to take? What if it gave you a percentage of 5 minutes based on the ratio between your clock and your opponent's clock? So, like, the more time there was between yours and your opponent's clock, the less time you had to make decisions.
That'd be interesting. That way, basically, you don't. So you get less punished for like having to go and get the door, versus just like having like slow playing someone and having to sit.
Correct, yeah. And basically, like, while both players are playing at the same pace, you both have long times to make decisions, but, like... We're at 10 here, and then we didn't have 10 power worth of things, so... I'm going to just overblock here, basically. Just in case they have some kind of tricks, but... Tricks are for kids, you're not wrong. Just make sure we don't die to a double trick here. Come on, opponent. See, like this. There's 15 minutes difference between my opponent and I, so, like, if the amount of time that you had to make decisions was determined partially by that, you would, you know, they'd have a lot less than 5 minutes to make all of their decisions, so... So dead on board. So 15 minutes down on clock. Gonna make me click through killing them. Sure, man. You do you. Don't you realize, opponent, that in these on-demand queues, if you just concede, you can get to your next game faster? Attack you for lethal. Mystic Naturalist, just like casually making 10 power worth of flying over the course of that game. NBD. So 1-0 to start this draft. Hand has dragon and all of our thresholds. Easy keep. God, this hand's actually really good, right? Like we've got a 2-drop on 2. We've got this on 3. Like this hand's dece. Oh jeez, this is quick too, right? Oh yeah. Just get to curve the old 1-2 right on up there. Start of your turn, you get +1 for each elf you control. Sign me up. My opponent told me to be lucky. I like being lucky. Never be offended if you say good luck at the start of a match and I don't say it back, because I don't want you to be lucky. Is that good? Yeah, let's... Yes. Let's play Tinkertron. Let's grab a diamond here. And then next turn, we can actually play Rylith if we want. So hopefully my opponent puts some more troops on the table here. This will kick us up to 5 resources, and then Tinkertron will give us our blood threshold, and then we can jam the dragon. We could also just go like 3-2 next turn, potentially. There's an arena regular, sure. So it's extra important to be blocking their dreadlings while they have the Ruthless Cutthroat out, because the Ruthless Cutthroat says when you sacrifice a troop specifically, it gets +1 power. So for killing these in combat, they're not being sacrificed. What does this do? Sacrifice another troop. This gets +2/+2. Sure. Oh, so now that means he's able to trigger. Sure. So let's go ahead and block here. And then he's going to sacrifice this to this and then hit me for 2. Seems fine. Yeah, they definitely have enough stuff on the board here now that I'm going to go ahead and gain a threshold of our choice and play Rylith out. Get a little soul crushing going on here. Soul cursed. Keep saying soul crushed because that's basically what it is. You crush your opponent's soul, they feel sad. So all of my opponent's troops, whenever it gets soul cursed, and when a soul cursed troop dies, its controller sacrifices to the troop they control with soul cursed. Hey, that's funny. Look at that. It's fixed. This previously showed markup text there, and then I posted it on the forums, and now it works. Look at that. Weird. What a quick fix time. This card's very good. 10 out of 10, constructed, immortal, standard, playable. Get your Ryliths now. Hexprimal.com. Save 5%. I saw, Ryan. I was so excited that there's a concede button here. I was so excited. What a good inclusion. Whoever had that idea, he's probably very smart and handsome. Storm Rider with the reversion on here. Worth noting that this can take out the Ruthless Cutthroat, take the extra power off of it, but that would take Soul Cursed off of it too. What does this card do? When you scrounge, summon 2 Dreadlings. Dees. Continue to declare defense. Yeah, pretty sure I just like do this and this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna block like that. A good amount to invest into Hex when first starting. You could be reasonable. It depends on what you want to do. You're talking about constructed, obviously, right? So if you're talking about constructed, last season the constructed decks for the competitive decks ranged probably in the $80 to $200 range, depending on which deck you were looking for. Ah, that's unfortunate. So they got to kill my dragon, but my dragon killed their board. So, you know, probably a win. Do I want to play these coins? It's a real question. Yeah, I guess if I play the coins and then make a charge with the Tinkertron here, I can activate my champion power, which seems good. We don't actually know what constructed decks are going to cost this season. And then I'm going to go ahead and attack with this Troubadour. We have enough resources at this point that if they want to trade this, this is fine. Last card's Bloodletter, sacrificing the troop, deal 1 damage to target champion troop. That's pretty good with Dreadlings. Thankfully, we have this freebooter here that's gonna kick this Bloodletter so I can't block. Well, that's pretty good. So let's kick that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could empower. Yeah, I should just empower this. So I'm going to go ahead and get a temporary resource this turn. And then let's attack first before they know that this is coming. So let's empower this, which turns us into a 4-cost 4/6. It makes all of our actions cost 2 less. Don't mind if they do. What's their set rotation like for constructed? So there's every other set, every even-numbered set, the oldest 2 sets rotate, and they have a non-rotating format as well called Immortal. So with set 6 releasing, sets 1 and 2 rotated, and they release a set every 4 to 4.5 months. So every 8 to 9 months, the oldest 2 sets rotate out. So scale of 1 to dead here, opponent is fairly dead. Free Dingle, sure. So what happens if I attack with everything? Probably good for us. Rar. Yeah, I don't know if this card's constructed playable specifically, but I think this card is very, very good and limited. It's just like, for curve purposes too, it's great. You should have just killed me. Oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about this shooting things down. That makes sense. That's fine. They're still pretty dead on a scale of 1 to dead here. We've got like this 4-power flyer. Yeah. There are currently 6 sets. Yes, the 6th set just released. This is the 6 set that we were playing with now. That's why the 665 in my stream title refers to we're drafting 2 packs of set 6 and 1 pack of, excuse me, set 5. Yeah, we've hit powered cards a couple of times now, and it's been real good every time it's happened. I'm not sure I like this Dingle on the draw. I'm going to bring in the Cerulean Lookout just as another blocker. Am I planning to do release events? No, I'm not planning to do any of the release events. I'm playing the Pokemon Regional this weekend, so I won't be home for most of it. And, like, I'm playing limited, not only to climb the ladder, but as, like, practice for tournaments that I might play in, and none of the tournaments that I'm going to be playing are all set 6. So, like, the 1K Sealeds are set 6 and 5, and the CCS Draft Top 8 is set 6 and 5. First hand had all diamonds, and so we mulliganed it. This hand has Rylith and Tinkertron and all diamonds, so I think this is more reasonable for us. This is a different TCG. Most card games are variations of Magic. So we're going to play out this Primal Prism and grab a Ruby or Sapphire Threshold here. That enables most of our cards. And then Tinkertron will enable our Rylith Blood. Our start is pretty aggressive here. Never seen it before. This is called Hex Shards of Fate. It's a all-digital TCG that they removed their beta tag last January, at the start of 2016, but they've been in public release in like a beta stage for much longer than that. Yeah, this game is what Magic would be if they had learned from 20 years of Magic's design mistakes, plus improved a number of small things. Like the resource system and the champion system. Lots of things about this game are just, like, done a lot cleaner than Magic. I don't think I want to trade my Tinkertron for their zombie. Well, I guess I don't have that option, even if I wanted to. So we're taking 8 here, and then this thing's getting huge, because these all get sacrificed during my opponent's end step. That's pretty good. Opponent's deck is sweet. So, I think what we're doing now is we're definitely playing this out, and then I think we're just like Storm Rider, and then our one-shot here could revert the 4 power off this 0-5. And then, like, in a perfect world here, we're going to get to trade this for their 4-2. The most unfortunate thing about the Tinkertron dying there is it didn't get to make a blood threshold for a Rylith. 10 out of 10 blocking the 4-2 if we get the option here. Oh, come on. Ugh. All right, coins. Yeah, I think I'm cycling this. We need to find something good here. Oh, I have to have a troop to ready, right? Well, I guess I don't really have any 1-drops to play, so I'm just gonna pass the turn here. You want the headset? You want me to take that off? Yeah. Whoa, that's aggressive. I'm pretty sure we have to just no blocks here. I'm gonna cycle this before we make a decision. I guess we'll do that before we make a decision. Yeah, I'm much can that box do? Pretty dead here. It's a little bit too slow. Well, that's pretty good. It's a shame. If we would have hit a shard here, we'd have been in a great spot because we would have gotten to empower the Sting Shot Sniper plus, would have gotten to empower the Sting Shot Sniper plus make Ada tokens. Alright, Jake, you're getting kicked out here. Alright, and we're dead to that. We'll be trying out some Constructed later. I don't have set 6 cards yet, so I don't think we're going to be playing too much Constructed today. I basically just have, like, what I've drafted. Do I want some more stuff to play defensive in this matchup? I feel like I probably do. The 1-4's fine. The Web Scribe's probably fine. Awaken Herald we need. I'm going to cut the Consult the Talons and bring in one of these Friar Tusks, I think. Because this says, like, 2-3 life drain. I think that's okay. I think I'm going to cut a Hailhawk for another one, too. Need to be able to play this game, too, which is definitely a boon, but I think we want to just, like, maximize. We will be playing a bunch of Constructed at some point. I've got a bunch of different things I want to try in Immortal, but need to get some cards together first. And playing Draft is one of the good ways to do that. This hit is great. It's got Mooncall into... Mooncall provides a 2-drop for us. And then we have a Friar Tusk for turn 4. Hopefully we'll have a second Sapphire Threshold by the time this comes around. Man, this card is just like mono bombs. Just bombs on bombs on bombs on bombs and bombs. I mean, cards are always expensive when they first come out. Like, that's everybody wants, there's a bunch of people that all want these cards right now, and they don't want to wait for them. So, like, that's how it works at every TCG. Things are always expensive to start. Tinkertron and Ada is really good. Like, getting to put the Phantoms into play a turn early is great. Let's see if they can kill this here. If they have a Gruesome, they probably want to nail this. Feed the Flames. Yep. Seems plenty reasonable. I mean, lucky drafting, lucky opening packs, like, cards are always a premium early in the formats. Yes, I would like to put this Tinkertron into my deck. This gives it -2 cost and +2/+2. So there's a 4/4 Tinkertron that costs 1 coming up. Sure. 10 out of 10, eating the Dreadling here. He's got, like, a Creebait, that's fine. And putting this back into my deck with this is great. Am I just... Yeah, I'm just hitting for 5 here, I think. This puts them to 7, and then we make 2 flyers with this. Then we have the Typhoon Skyshaper that we can play thanks to Mobilize at their end step. This is a quick, cost 4/5 with Mobilize and Flight. We can return an Exhausted Troop to our hand if we want. And I'm not going to flash this in to try and block because I would like to just deal lethal with it. So we're just going to take whatever this amount here is. So they can activate this to gain 3. So maybe this was a little aggressive. I feel like I don't want to trade these 2 for this. It would be great if he tries to kill one of my guys and then I get to Typhoon Shaper it. That would be the dream here. Like, please play a removal spell. This is a draft that we're playing right now. We We are not playing constructed at the moment. Hey, look, a 4-cost Tinkertron that this Aristic Spiritualist put back into our deck. I should just go like this, right? Like offer this for this. Like if he eats this, then this hits him, and he goes to 1. That seems reasonable.
June, come here. Come here.
I guess he could eat this, block here, throw this at a Phantom. That seems fine. They takes 5, goes to 5. And this lets him go to 8. Yeah, that's going to be the line that they take here. So they're going to pay 1 from this and sacrifice the Dread Botanist to throw it here. And then I'm going to gain 1, but I'm still going to have these guys left over. Or gain 2, sorry. Playing my Tinkertron out. I would like to put this Friar Tusk back into my deck. Maybe I should put the Phantom back in. It probably doesn't matter realistically. Correct. Outpost can continue exhausting things for as long as you want. So it's just really good at triggering Diligence over and over and over again. What do you got? So they can gain... This card giving them charges every turn has been really good for their champion so far. What's the current record? We are 2-0, and we're 1-0 in the draft, and we are up a game, or we're in game 3 of this match. Yeah, no blocks, because I don't want this to just have something sacrificed to hit it. If they can kill this, they're going to be in a pretty reasonable spot. Sure. 05 is decent. And 3-1, sure. So they're almost certainly sacrificing one of these to kill this, right? They're probably sacrificing this one to draw a card right now. There. Is that lethal? That's almost lethal, right? It exhausts this, and then this has to jump here. I go to 1. Like, might as well be lethal. Play my shard out, because why not? I would like to activate this. Put a 3/3 Phantom back into my deck. Don't mind if I do. Alright. They can go up to 4 here. If they have a shard, they can sacrifice a troop and gain 3 and draw a card. Just do my auto pass thing here. You do you. See if you can get out of this somehow. And dead. Sweet. 2-0. Awesome. All of my drafts I've done so far have started 1-1, so... A True Heart Skirmisher for reaching gold 3 on the ladder. Alright, let's cue it. Oh, it takes a second. Oh, weird. Post a picture of the problem. Did you try and attach the image directly to the post? I used Imager on mine and it worked fine. The image file might be too large. I'm just giving you the wrong error message. Imgur, man. Imgur. This hand is great, and we just want to draw a bunch of just Renoveth with the second month resubscription. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that continued support. Subscriptions are the absolute best way you can support my channel, so thank you. Just we have the Soul Cursed Dragon just in every opener game 1. God bless. We've got our Mystic Naturalist in the opener too here. She's a pretty lady. Yeah, does everything we want, so much more. Interesting that they chose to play Fiend here as opposed to the 2-drop with speed that they generated. We got a Winter Brave. Sure, sign me up. So this card has a green in its cost because its cost has been reduced because it was created by this. If he doesn't have a second Valor here, I'm just like 10 out of 10 blocking. And he should attack because he can't block. So if he has a trick here, he's trading a trick for my guy, but I'm okay with that, I think. Like what, Razor's Edge? Yeah. Yeah! Cut me down. They do not have another shard. Again, play 18 shards. Play 19 shards, people. Play lots of shards. Can I just like emphasize that you should always be playing lots of shards? Play lots of resources. I should have screenshotted this deck. I can screenshot it when we go to reserves, right? You can post it online. 10 out of 10 blocking your guy. Alright, and this Mystic Naturalist here will almost certainly take over the game next turn. I'm going to attack with this because on Diligence this makes 2 Dreadlings, so this will push extra damage. Yep, that's the TLDR. Champions mitigate floods, nothing mitigates screw. Alright, there's their third resource. Lysander, remember, costs 4 charges to use now. So fun... Oh, that's why they didn't play their 2-drop, because it was a 0-4. Fun fact for those talking about the standalone client. If you use the Steam client, but you log in manually, you can install using the Steam client, but then run the Hex exe that it creates manually, so you can still log into different accounts. Like, my wife and I share one computer, so, like, I just linked the launcher manually. So I installed through Steam and used Steam to update the client, but you can still launch it and log in. Alright, so my opponent takes 4 here. We get to play a Hailhawk. And then this is going to make a Mystic Bluebird next turn. It's exciting. So I didn't activate my champion power there, because for Diamond, you can summon 2 Phantoms, and we do not have double Diamond here. Hex has said they will never alter cards. Why did we give our card 2/2 in speed? Oh, are we using this to fight? Okay, that makes sense. I was like, why are we powering this up when it can't attack? But killing my rats! Thought this game was gonna be free. Thought we were just gonna run our opponent over. That's so sad. We have to actually play a game now. To exactly deal with animated card sleeves. I thought I saw something about the Phoenix card. Yeah, so they're gonna be. We're calling them AAA cards, animated alter arts, and they will exist very soon. So they can block for 2 and then take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here and go to 12. I don't think it's worth burning a Shackling Strands on this. We need a blood threshold in order to play out Rylanthe here, but we're doing pretty well even without our Big Daddy Dragon. Got 4 flying power, they're dead in 3 in the skies. Are you being manhandled by Uncle Klutz? Rawr, flying preschooler. Ooh, that's pretty good. I'm just going to take my hit for 7 here, and then we will Shackling Strands the 7/3 here. Oh, the animated alter arts are in already? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going 5 here. Dead on board. D-O-B. Well, gems get changed every odd numbered set release. So a set 7, we'll see some new gems. All right, up a game here. Opponent's playing a little bit more of an aggressive deck, so maybe I want the Cerulean Lookout as opposed to something else here. Yeah, I'm going to bring in the Cerulean Lookout and cut the Dingle. They're great. Yep, they go all the way up and down. They get tossed down the stairs, too. All right, so we're now up a game in our last batch of this draft, where we are 2-0 currently. This hand's great. Would love if this hand had a 1 or a 2 drop. This hand's keepable. I'm going to take back great. If our opponent has a particularly aggressive start, we could just get run over. But, like, we have powerful tools in our hand, so I think we should keep. And we drew Shackling Strands, which is great. If our opponent plays a 2 drop on their 2, we're probably going to Strands it, unless it's only, like, a 1 power guy. No turn 2 play is excellent for us. I mean, Dax, that's just like, honestly, the fact that you're saying like they're less attractive, that just means they've been less lucky on they've been less lucky on the ones that they picked. Like, they're basically, on the AAs like that, people are like, oh, why didn't you pick the good ones? It's like, well, they're trying to predict the future, basically, is what that is. You're like getting up, people that are upset about those AAs are just like, you're upset that they weren't able to accurately predict the future. So this is a 3/3 with Crush and Diligence. Cards in your hand get -1. Then if there are no costs in your hand, this doubles her power tough. We're probably going to Shackling Strands that at some point. I'm just going to take my hit for 3 for now, though. See what their follow-up is here. Nothing. Well, that's good for us. Another Shackling Strands, also good for us. Let's go ahead and attack for 2 here. Go ahead and play my Mystic Naturalist out here. Hopefully they don't have a way to deal with her. This Mechanized Aerialist, every time we attack with the troop, it gets -1 cost. So next turn, we get to attack with these 2 and make some Phantoms, and then we get to Shackling Strands plus Tinkertron. Then the following turn, we can play this. This is a 5/5 with Crush. Whenever it deals combat damage to opposing champion, create a Valor. Almost certainly going to Shackling Strands that 5/5. That's unfortunate. Wow, what a beating. Just like, had both of those in their hand and then they were able to kill our guy. Alright, well, Tinkertron's going to enable that next turn, so God bless. Let's go ahead and Shackling Strands this. And then play out the old Tinks. So this card's going to get exhausted at the start of every combat phase. So if we hit a Shard next turn, we can actually play a non-slow Shard. We could play Soul Cursed and Aerialist. That would be great. It'd be super powerful. Just like add 8 flying power to the board. Ambush Cavalry. What is this? 7/5. When this attacks, if it's Valorous, other troops you control get 2/2 this turn. Well, I'm glad we have another Shackling Strands. Doesn't want to attack. God bless. Non-slow Shard. Tinkertron. Huh. So let's do attack with these 3. Now I have to make a decision. Do I want to play Ryolinth or do I want to go Tinkertron plus Shackling Strands? I think I want to just play the Ryolinth here. Yeah, I think I do. Well, and I'm gonna be conservative, I think. Oh, you know what? We can go Tinkertron, Aerialist plus Shackling Strands here, because this can generate a temporary resource. So I think... So both of these are going to exhaust every turn on them. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flying power here. We've got 5 more flying power in our hand. Feeling like we're in a pretty medium spot here. Pretty fairly commanding position. Depends on what the leftovers in their hands are, honestly. Wow, yeah, so they are scale of 1 to dead. Opponent is pretty dead here. Trying to think of like what kind of card to get them out of this. It has to be like Lasgar's Vengeance, right? I'm gonna go ahead and gain a threshold of our choice, and our choice will be a Rylan for enabling blood threshold. Get Soul Cursed. How was our last draft? We've had, I've cashed every draft. We've 2-1. I have 2 2-1s on stream. I have a 2-1 off stream, and we have this 3-0 now. 4 and 2. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I forgot to take a screenshot of the deck. That's unfortunate.